Evening. I'm afraid tonight I'm not where I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be match fishing with Norfolk Angling Club. We were meant to be at Cart Gap. That's too rough round there, so it's got moved to Munsley. My knee's been killing me, so I decided not to tackle the slope at Munsley. There's two places I like to avoid when my knee hurts, and that's one's Munsley, the other one's Overstrand. So I had the bait, so I've decided to drop in for a couple of hours pleasure fishing on the shingle. Lovely bit of sea rolling in, and yeah, we'll be back match fishing before you know it. I'm having an operation in about 8 days time, hopefully. So next Monday night we're at Kelling, and I'll try my best to fish that one or sit next to someone who's fishing. Then I'll have the operation, and then I'll get back on the beach in the matches as soon as I can. But tonight it was just easier to go to a car park, walk over the top a little bit and just mull around on the shingle. Deep water close in, so I'm just going to lob it out there and see if I can get a fish for tomorrow night's tea. Had the bait and didn't want to waste it, so here we are. I'm not alone tonight. I was meant to be, but I came walking down the beach, and top match angler Mike Watts is there, so he's busy catching, what's he got on there? Little bass or a whiting and a flatfish. So a lot of us do quite a bit of pleasure fishing as well as the match fishing. Just lets you mess about with a few things and, as I say, try and catch your tea. But I'm just using the one rod, just fishing just behind them breakers down there. If I go and ask Mike what he's doing, he'll say the same thing he said for the last 20 years, and that's get 3 hooks, bait them up, chuck it as far as you can, and that's what he'll be doing. But yeah, it's alright. I've had a couple of whiting, but I've only been here 20 minutes, so hopefully as the tide comes up we'll perhaps get a fish, but if we don't, it doesn't matter. Just nice to be out and use the bait up. Hopefully we'll be back at Kelling, but if we're not, then you know where I am, and I'll be back as soon as I can walk, even if it means sitting behind someone else and watching them fish a match. But yeah, hopefully we'll get a bass out of this in a bit. Well, no bass yet. First 2 casts were whiting, and then I've just got a double shot of flounders, so that's not too bad. But yeah, they're right in the edge there. We're getting back in the sea. Nice to be here, isn't it? Well, I've got the target species, but he's not big enough. He's about 32, 33 centimetres, something like that. So he's going back in the sea straight away. Just get him unhooked. He's only very lightly hooked in the scissors there, so that's all good. So if you're planning on keeping a fish for the table, they need to be 42 centimetres or more, and you can only have 2 per day's fishing. So any more than that, the fisheries officer will have you. So yeah, apart from that, flatfish everywhere. Mike's getting 3 at a time. Well, we're not catching big bass, neither Mike or myself, but we are getting loads of flatfish, and they're that sort of size. But where were the flounders when I wanted them in the Bass Festival? That's what I want to know. But they're all similar size, it seems, so something to do, and let's get them back in the sea. There's a few more joined us on the beach now, so we're not alone. Mike's just had a bass. He's fishing a bit further out than I am. He just wandered across to have a chat a little while ago, which was nice. He helps Tony Thomas run Sea Angling Club, Holt Sea Angling Club. So he's a extremely capable angler, shall we say. So he's knocking them out. But as yet, we're still to find the bigger ones. Plenty of surf there, but as long as you keep your rod tip high and your line tight, it's no problem. And the fish seem to like it when it's like this. We're getting plenty. It's just getting the bait through the flatfish and the whiting and the little bass to get the bigger ones. But we only need 1 for tea, so I'll keep plodding along. Here he comes again. I really should walk over and have a chat with him, but I don't want to mess my leg up anymore. How you doing, mate? Yeah, they're bloody stuff. There is. Well, they're not bass and they're every cast, but you can't knock it. Look, 33 centimetre flounder. Beautiful fish. You got one as well? They're lovely fish, aren't they? Now I'm going to put it back. He's got one of 33 centimetres as well. If you go out a bit further, you get the dabs. If you drop it in a bit closer, flounders and schoolie bass. We can't argue with the fishing, it's relentless. Mike's just had 3 bass and I keep getting them as well, but they're all that sort of size, 37 centimetres. So as I said, they need to be 42, so we're a long way short, but lovely to see them and look good for the future. But you must put them back unless they're big enough, and if they're really big, put them back anyway because they're full of eggs. Right, so it can't be off it. Their flounders are coming in 2 at a time. I keep trying different rigs, don't make any difference. They're just snapping it up, and Mike next door's got the same thing. Beautiful evening, lovely surf. Should be a bass that you can see because the light's in the way. That couple's just got married, so that's their problem. And yeah, Mike looks happy enough. Right, if there's not bass on the hooks, there's flounders. They're still there, an hour before the top of the tide. Mike's doing exactly the same, just pulling them out one after the other. So, beautiful evening, lovely bit of sea, and the fish, I'm fishing about sort of 40 yards out, I suppose, but Mike's going further, but the results are the same. It's not making any difference. Beautiful evening. Right, it's 8 o'clock. Still trying for that decent bass, and yeah, we've got some good things planned. I sent a message on the Norfolk Angling Club WhatsApp group asking if anyone wanted to show rigs and anything special they know how to do, and a really good response from that. So we've got Kane Plum, who's got a rod building business. He's going to show you how to service, clean up and look after a multiplier. Dwayne Lockwood, casting phenomenon, he's going to give you a bit of tuition. And we've also got Nathan Drury and Ian Childerhouse showing you a bit of rig making and stuff. So I'll try and drag all them pleasure fishing, I think, because that's going to be the way to do it. And I quite enjoyed this evening sitting here with Mike. So as much as I like my match fishing and I wanted to go tonight, I don't think it's the end of the world that I've ended up here catching flounders, but on a bass. Well, yet another flounder, and they fed all the way up the tide. One thing we have noticed is the further you cast, the smaller the fish get. We've had nothing massive, bass up to about 39 and flounders up to 33, both of us, but good bit of sport. But this was only supposed to be a 2-minute video, saying sorry I haven't done any matches, I'll see you soon. But yeah, as it turned out, we caught a few fish, so not too bad. But if we don't do anything good other than what we're doing, then hopefully I will see you at Kelling next Monday night. Look forward to it. Finally, 43 centimetre bass. So that's not massive, but that is the perfect eating size. 43 centimetres, beautiful condition fish. So it's just about to get dark. That must be about number 15. And Mike's had the same, although I don't think he's got one to keep yet. So I'll quickly dispatch that, and then jobs are good. So the sea's calmed off a bit actually. There's a few rollers down there, but that's no problem. One thing I will say though is I have put a 6-ounce lead on. I've been fishing with it all evening really, not to hold bottom because that's really easy, but just to punch into the headwind. Mike, I think you'll find, always uses a 7-ounce lead, but then he is a great big bloke, twice my size. So I'm not saying that being rude, he's just well built and big, so he can whack a lead. But yeah, lovely evening's fishing. Although I keep getting spray in my face, but beautiful. Sorry to keep bringing you back, but that is a 29cm dab, so that is a good one. Plenty of meat on it, beautiful fish. That'll taste better than the bass will probably. Only on the other hook, because I just tried a 2-hook flapper, a flounder. As I said earlier, I've varied the rigs because this is match practice really, and a pleasure session, so it lets you try all the different things. But even that flounder's not too bad, so, but that dab's beautiful fish. So, almost dark, so I do keep bringing it back, and I always have one last cast, so I never get home. But I like fishing, I like looking at fish, I like thinking about fishing, I like the people that go fishing. And that's it.